What's up, everybody? Welcome back to FNG Academy. Buck here, former Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about the different military specialties. Before I do that, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash, destroy it, kick its ass, fucking shake the fucking, and the subscribe button. When you get to your company, there's going to be teams with specialties. Not all of them have specialties, but some of them do. So let's talk about those specialties and just give you guys an idea of how to get on those teams, what they look for, and things like that. Or when I graduated the Q course, I was given free fall as like top 10% of the class. Not everyone got free fall, but I was one of the ones that was fortunate enough to get it. So, you know, new guy me is like hoping to get on the Halo team. So I worked hard to try and get on the Halo team to get to know the guys that came back. Ryan, you know, rest in peace, Ryan. I talked to Ryan when he was back at the company, trying to get on his team because I knew they had a really good team, and I wanted to be on a free fall team. The downside to being on a free fall team as a new guy, free fall teams tend to want to be more seasoned operators. And the reason for that is because they won't have as much time to focus on the basics of being on an ODA, clearing rooms, things like that, because they do have to stay current on their jumps. And they have to spend a lot more time, you know, working together in a stack, in a free fall stack. So there's a lot that they have to focus on. They don't always get as much training in some of the basics. So the idea is that it's better to have a seasoned free fall team of operators that have been doing it for a few years, have those basics locked in, and then they could focus more on being proficient in jumping. Like I said, your company will have different specialties on the teams. Not all of them have a specialty, but some of them do. You have free fall, dive, mobility, and mountain. Free fall is obvious, and those are the kind of guys they're looking for. So if you're a new guy with free fall, you might go straight to a free fall team. It's possible. It depends on what MOS they need, but it's not preferred from the senior guys that new guys go straight to a free fall team. A lot of you guys asked about SIF. That's gone away, which is it was supposed to be our tier 1 hostage rescue company, which it did for a long time, but they just didn't get the missions and they decided to do away with them. But anyway, so outside of free fall, you have your mountain team, and your mountain team is obviously focused on rappelling, mountain operations, mountain rescues, and things like that. So our team sergeant was a mountain guy, so he had us doing some crazy shit, you know, rappelling or climbing through windows, like up into the next window, you know, and hanging out and having our dudes crawl up on us to get to the next open window and things like that. I did climb a mountain with my old team sergeant. We did the Flatirons together. I'll put a little bit of that at the end of the video. And it was a cool experience. I found out real quick from that climb, fucking heights are not my thing. I'm a free fall guy, and that didn't really bother me, but fuck mountains. That shit was terrifying. I fucking hated it, and every minute on the side of that mountain, I want to get my ass off there as soon as possible. I have never climbed another fucking mountain again, and it was horrible. But, you know, mountaineering guys, one of my best friends is a mountaineering guy, and they do some crazy shit. If you are into climbing and stuff like that, that's a badass team, and it's a cool place where you're going to get a lot of cool training, mountain specific. The other team is a mobility team. So I don't know a lot about the mission side of the mobility team, like what they're designed to do. I remember reading a book about Green Berets, and I'm pretty sure that dude was on a mobility team, and it helped tremendously that they had like the quads and things like that, were able to load those quads, the dirt bikes if they have them, down with weapon systems and use those effectively in combat. So that's kind of be your mobility team, is more just using different vehicles that we're not training with a lot and being really proficient with them in case the mission dictates. If you're an SF guy and you're on a mobility team and you want to add more to that, please do. The only thing I ask is, we don't really need, like, I'm not SF, but my friend is, and he said, that's not helping, all right? But if you're an SF guy, prior SF, and you were on a mobility team, please give us more information down below. The last team is obviously the dive team. Again, it's the same kind of thing. Dive team, they like well, fuck, they can't even like focus on the most senior guys and picking the most senior guys, because they just need to focus on people who could fucking hack it. Because listen, we didn't go SEALs for a reason, all right? A lot of us hate fucking water. And the dive team, the Army Dive School is one of the hardest schools in the military. I trained for it a little bit with my buddy who was going dive. He did really well in dive, and then he went Delta. And it was a fucking nightmare. Like, I hated it. It's terrifying. Not breathing is terrifying. But one thing I will say about dive teams is that, I mean, there's a lot to say about them. They're typically really, really good teams. And that starts with the fact that you tend to have to be in really good shape, so that way you have better oxygen conservation and things like that. So you can hold your breath longer, do well in dive school. And dive school is really physically demanding. It's really mentally demanding. Not a lot of people want to go to the dive teams because they don't want to go to dive school. But if you get through that, it is a badge of honor to have that dive bubble on your chest. Some of those guys could be arrogant as fuck, but that's SF, man. That's the kind of that's the mentality you get sometimes. So those are the different specialties on the teams. So keep in mind when you're going to a company as a new guy, no one fucking cares what you want. Remember that. I tried really hard to get on the Halo team, and I guarantee it pissed a lot of people off to the point where I ended up getting on the Halo team and then getting pulled back off by somebody pissed off. And then he pulled me to his team. But just know that you're the new guy. No one really gives a shit what you prefer, okay? You're going to go where you're needed, and you should be happy as shit just to be there and support that team. And even if you are one of the guys that doesn't want to go to dive school and they send your ass to a dive team, I would, if it was me, I would treat that shit just like fucking SFAS and do whatever I had to do to pass. Because once you get through that other side, that dive bubble is going to mean a lot, and you're going to be part of the team, and you'll show that you've earned it. Other than that, wherever you are needed is where you're going to get sent, and then you'll start getting the training as you progress in the team. And if the guys like you and you fit well in the team, you mesh well, you're a good new guy, you'll get more training quicker, depending on the operational environment, if your team sergeant's good and your team's good, things like that. So, all right, guys, I hope that helps. That's a little bit of a breakdown. Stay tuned. It's February 1st. The book is dropping on the 23rd. I can't fucking wait. A lot of you guys shown a lot of support. I appreciate it so much. This is not just a book that I was like, I want to write a book and be famous. This is my whole fucking life in that thing. This is everything about me, everything in my heart, my soul. I put everything into that book. So you guys reading it means the world to me. February 23rd. We're almost there.
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know